The Adventures of Bugzy the Maltipoo and his teddy bear Bouzo. Bugzy and Bouzo, a day in the life of a Maltipoo and his teddy bear. Bugzy was a happy Maltipoo dog who lived with his human family in a cozy house. He had everything he needed: food, water, toys, and a comfortable bed. But his favorite thing in the world was his teddy bear, Bouzo. Bouzo was a brown and white plush toy that Bugzy had received as a gift when he was a puppy. Bugzy loved Bouzo so much that he never let him out of his sight. Bouzo was his best friend, his confidant, his companion. Every morning, Bugzy would wake up and lick Bouzo's face. Then drag him to the kitchen, where his human mom would give him his breakfast. Bugzy would share his food with Bouzo, making sure he had enough to eat. Then, he would take him to the living room, where his human dad would play with him and Bouzo, throwing them a ball or a frisbee. Bugzy would run and catch them, then bring them back to Bouzo, who would cheer him on with his silent smile. After playing, Bugzy would take Bouzo to the garden, where they would explore the flowers, the trees, and the birds. Bugzy would sniff and dig, while Bouzo would watch and listen. Sometimes, they would meet other dogs and their toys, and they would play together, chasing and wrestling. Bugzy would always protect Bouzo from any harm, and Bouzo would always support Bugzy in any situation. In the afternoon, Bugzy would take Bouzo to the couch, where they would nap together, cuddling and snoring. Bugzy would dream of adventures with Bouzo, traveling to different places and meeting new friends. Bouzo would dream of Bugzy, feeling his warmth and his heartbeat. They would wake up to the sound of their human siblings coming home from school. Bugzy would greet them with joy, and they would hug him and Bouzo, then give them some treats. They would also read them stories, sing them songs, and draw them pictures. Bugzy and Bouzo would listen, watch, and enjoy. In the evening, Bugzy would take Bouzo to the dining room, where they would have their dinner with the whole family. Bugzy would share his food with Bouzo, making sure he had enough to eat. Then, he would take him to the bathroom, where his human mom would give him a bath. Bugzy would splash and shake, while Bouzo would get wet and soggy. They would dry off with a towel, then brush their teeth and fur. At night, Bugzy would take Bouzo to his bed, where they would sleep together, hugging and snoring. Bugzy would say goodnight to Bouzo, and Bouzo would say goodnight to Bugzy. They would close their eyes and drift into a peaceful sleep, knowing that they had each other and that they were happy.